Also, it seems as though Lori Harvey is weary of the account that they'd been spreading about her discussing. She's a 304 who utilizes men, and she is clearing up everything purportedly she is being set up by Steve. You all know these charges about how Steve was supposedly at these Diddy parties. Well, Lori is currently saying that not exclusively was Steve at the gatherings, yet he was supposedly discovered on tape doing some freaky stuff. If you catch my drift, you all, Lori is over at the BS, and she is currently talking her reality. You all better plunk down for this in light of the fact that Lori is here to spill all the tea. Did Steve truly pimp her out to Diddy to cover his own tracks? We should separate this. So it seems as though Lori is at long last turning on her stepdad, Steve Harvey, and uncovering his issue with Diddy, guaranteeing that Steve was supposedly a typical face at Diddy's oddity off parties, and is on those tapes that were seized by country security during the strike on Diddy's homes back in spring. Yet not just that, it seems as though she's asserting that Steve supposedly attempted to pimp her out to Diddy to conceal his mysterious trickeries with Diddy himself. And listen when I tell you all this is insane calm. This isn't exactly that stunning, however, in light of the fact that many individuals thought it was clear throughout the long term that he treats Lori better than different children, even as natural children. I mean, she was the one in particular that he used to take on these father-daughter dates on one of our yearly dad-little girl dates to my #1 Japanese cafe. And you recently began conversing with me about folks, and you just let me know that you know generally upheld me, and you'd constantly show up for me regardless, and you cherished me genuinely. Yet when it came to his twin young ladies, it was crickets from him. Not in the least did they not go on father-daughter dates with him, yet he was unable to try and be tried to go to their graduation. And insider cockroach, I went to secondary school with the twins. They were a couple of years in front of me, yet individuals generally talked and everyone's attention was on them due to who their dad was. He was absent at their graduation, and it wasn't the twins that got disregarded in light of the fact that he was fundamentally a deadbeat father to his child brother. For the initial 16 years of his life, I didn't actually have my father full-time into my life until I was 16, right? And I could go on and on about his second child, Winton, and how he in a real sense got examined by police and CPS for putting hands on him to the place where he was unable to sit. As per TMZ, as per the children, Steve hit him with a belt and afterward an load up the sort utilized for preliminaries and cliques. As per the police report, cops took photographs of the kid's wounds on his buttocks and right thigh as well as cuts on his leg. The police report says that the kid told cops the pulsating was so severe he experienced difficulty peeing for a really long time. You all, that was only miserable. After the underlying buzz, the case slowly blurred into haziness, and there were claims recommending that Steve had looped the palms of specialists to hide this case away from plain view, prompting the case of simply vanishing. This left many individuals asking, for what reason did Lori get special therapy? Some estimate it was a direct result of her attractive features, with Steve seeing her as an important resource that he could take advantage of, his currency creator of sorts. You all recollect the jealousy Steve's different youngsters harbor when Laura's heartfelt capers were wherever in the information and pushing her vocation forward. Insider accounts uncovered Steve's job in coordinating Laura's affection life. He didn't fiddle and intruding, he purportedly arranged her connections, effectively pimping her to different admirers. And here's the kicker: one of the fortunate recipients of Steve's matchmaking ability was, in all honesty, Diddy. We should rewind to 2019 when Lori and Diddy's unforeseen sentiment surprised everyone, even people scratching their heads in disarray. With the incredible 2080 age hole between them, it appeared to be far-fetched that they shared a lot of, practically speaking, I intend, what did they even discussion about? As though the age hole was an eyebrow-raising, an adequate number of things took a hazier turn when you consider that Diddy had a 5-year-old child when Lori was conceived. Truly makes sense of that. Well, Diddy's child was more seasoned than his father's new boo thing. Yet it gets a lot creepier in light of the fact that it just so happens Diddy had known Lori since she was a teen. As per insiders, Diddy and Steve regularly visited similar groups of friends. So while they weren't precisely best friends, they knew one another very well. This implied that Diddy knew Lori when she was as yet a minor, but he went into a close connection with her years after the fact. And here's the kicker, Lori wasn't precisely a willing member as per sources. Steve purportedly constrained her into Diddy's arms, considering it to be a chance to additionally lift the Herring family name and conceal their undertaking. Yet at the time we didn't have the foggiest idea about the obscure truth about the relationship, so everyone completely anticipated that Steve should intercede and stop what is going on, yet causing us a deep sense of shock and chagrin. He didn't. Rather, he and Marjorie gave their certified endorsement by joining Diddy and Story on a heartfelt escape. Supporting your 22-year-old little girl to date a 50-year-old is one thing, yet traveling with them, definitely that is a totally separate level. Yet as per reports, Steve was supposedly the person who was holiday with Diddy and Ed Lori as an interruption. Anyway, a few insiders weren't stunned at Steve and Marjorie's activities in light of the fact that supposedly they had been set up with Diddy for quite a while. The open door at last emerged after the death of Kim Watchman. You see, Lori and Kim, he shared a nearby security when she was alive. And surprisingly, after Kim's passing, Lori paid genuine recognitions for her via virtual entertainment. She composed, struggling with handling this one. You were a particularly gorgeous individual all around. I'm so happy I let you know the amount I cherished and missed you the last time I saw you. Your energy was really something exceptional, a holy messenger on the planet. And presently in paradise. RP memo all around. Given Laura's companionship then with Kim Dorman, as she alluded to her as Mom Kim, it's insane that she went into a relationship with Diddy under 4 or 5 months after Kim's passing. Similar to what sort of companion are you with companions like that who needs foes, right? Yet as per reports, Lori isn't exactly the antagonist depicted by the media, rather Steve's making every one of the things happen in the background. There are even claims that propose that Steve pressured Lori into erasing her recognition for Kim Watchman since it showed her in a pessimistic light, which he didn't need. Yet there's something else to this tale besides what might be immediately obvious. And it includes nail clean. Yes, you read that accurately now. In the event that you've stood by listening to my different recordings, you know precisely why. Yet I'll break it down for the rookies. As long as you buy, in the midst of all the confusion, Laura's nail clean got fans' eyes, and it's not for making a B-design proclamation. No ma'am. Each time Lori showed up with Diddy Eagly, fans couldn't resist the opportunity to see her nails were painted in the white nail clean. Now, for what reason is this apparently guiltless detail critical? Well, it just so happens Cassie spilled the tea in her claim, uncovering that Diddy had a specific effect